Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Charleston, and welcome you guys to another episode of the Dreamerspro Show, where we cover everything from sports, hot topics, classic debates, entertainment, and when we give you guys a fresh perspective on things and how we see them. And boy, oh boy, we have an episode for you guys here today that you definitely want to stick around for, so make sure you like the video and subscribe to the channel. Now, so yesterday, I was listening to a segment on ESPN First Take, and they were up there debating one of the silliest topic items I've heard them debate on that show, probably I would say at least in 2022. Like if I'm being totally honest with you, these guys were up there debating a previous argument or a previous debate that they had gotten into it a day prior. And what were they talking about? Towards the end of a particular segment, they were talking about the best players in the NBA. And they were talking about Anthony Davis and where he ranks. Because remember, AD made the comments of not shooting for a month. Okay, we know that. And Stephen A. Smith says something that totally floored JJ Redick and floored me as well. He said that when healthy, Anthony Davis is a top 7 player in the NBA. And that's where the argument started. So yesterday on ESPN, they were picking up from where they left off from that argument. So they were arguing where does AD rank? And JJ Redick and Stephen A. Smith were going back and forth. And Stephen A. Smith was making some of the most head-scratching points. And he kept on harping on one point that made absolutely no sense. And JJ Redick picked up on it perfectly. So for those of you who missed that exchange and missed Stephen A. Smith explaining why he believes Anthony Davis is a top 7 player in basketball, take a listen to this exchange here. I'm going to come back and totally dismantle this entire argument. Take a listen to what he had to say here.
Is a healthy AD a top 7 player?
No, he's not. And again, like I said yesterday, he's a great player.
Yeah.
And he's been primarily unavailable since they won the championship in the bubble. He played half the Lakers games in 2021. I think he played 36 games of the 72, and last year he missed 50 games. He hasn't been healthy. But the list that I gave you yesterday, like when we're going to talk about if healthy, right? If healthy, Anthony Davis is a top 7 player. First of all, he's not better than any of those 7 players I listed. He's not better than Kawhi Leonard when healthy, if we're going to go that route. He's certainly not better than Kawhi. So yesterday you said you're going to take him over Luka, and you're definitely not going to take him over a healthy Kawhi Leonard. Like that's crazy, Stephen A.
Remember, the caveat is when healthy. When healthy, okay? So we're talking about a healthy Anthony Davis, which is a rarity. Because I got news for you. I'd pick every single player over Anthony Davis right now that you mentioned strictly because of their reliability. The fact that they're healthy. So again, we're not talking injuries now. Amari, you're my witness. We ain't talking injuries. Because every single player JJ Redick mentioned is more reliable than Anthony Davis because Anthony Davis is hurt too much. We're only talking skill. What you do on the basketball court when you're healthy. JJ Redick, are you ready for this? I'd take Anthony Davis over Luka. I'd take Anthony Davis over Jokic. Yes, I would. And let me go a step further. And I know he can't. I know how great Jokic is in terms of his passing ability, his playmaking ability. The brother can't jump onto a curb for crying out loud, and no one can stop him. It makes no sense. I can't. It's unbelievable. Jokic is unbelievable. But I'm saying this to you. I take him over Luka. I take him over Jokic, and as much love and respect and reverence as I have for Jimmy Butler and Jason Tatum and how big time I believe both of them are, I take a healthy Anthony Davis over them too. Because guess what, JJ, and I understand that you don't know this because, obviously, shooting was your gift and moving without the basketball and being an offensive player. You were never known as a great defender, JJ. No shade whatsoever. It's just a fact. Anthony Davis was and is. When that brother, and you could talk about LeBron James being the best player all you want to, and that's a fact. But LeBron James doesn't win a title without Anthony Davis. LeBron James convinced the Lakers to give away half their squad.
So you're saying, hold on. I want to clarify that point. You're saying you're going to put a Robin in the top 7. That's what you're saying. You're not.
Yes. Yes.
He's okay. He's the only
Yes.
guy in the top 7
Yes.
with the Robin,
Yeah.
and then there's a bunch of
Yes.
Batmans after him. But you're, okay.
Time. Let me ask you a question. If he was on Boston, he would be Robin. If he was on Miami, would he be Robin? That's where I'm going. See, you can bring up Robin all you want to, but you got to be in its proper context. He wouldn't be Robin to Jimmy Butler. He wouldn't be Robin to Jason Tatum.
No. I just completely destroyed that argument.
How?
Because Anthony Davis couldn't get past the second round on his own. Jimmy Butler has.
Stop it. Stop
Jason
it.
Tatum has.
Stop it.
3 times. Three times.
Let me tell you guys why J.J. Redick won that argument in a landslide, in a total landslide. Stephen A. Smith's only point of contention was under the circumstances of when AD is healthy. He kept on saying, when he is healthy, when he is healthy, when he is healthy. And J.J. Redick's rebuttal to that was, Stephen A., Anthony Davis is one of these players that never plays basketball when he's hurt. So therefore, whenever you see him playing basketball on the court, he is healthy. Simple as that. And Stephen A. Smith comes and says, no, you don't understand what I mean. Because if you understand what I mean, I'm saying that it needs to be 100%. And J.J. Redick is like, bro, AD is not one of these guys that play hurt. He's not LeBron. He's not Kobe. He's not these type of players that are going to play with injuries. If he's not healthy, he's not playing. So whenever you see Anthony Davis playing basketball, he is healthy. And to that point, J.J. Redick won the argument. Because from that point forward, if you try to argue the numbers, there's no argument you can make to say that Anthony Davis is a top 7 player in the NBA. Let me give you Anthony Davis' stats over the last 2 seasons. Last year, he averaged 20 in 40 games, half of the year. He averaged 23 points per game, shot 53% from the field, 18.6% from the three-point line, 71% from the free throw line, got you 9.9 rebounds and 3.1 assists and 1.2 steals and 2.3 blocks. The year prior, he scored 21.8 points per game. He scored 49% from the he shot 49% from the field, 26% from 3, 73.8% from the free throw line. Got you, think about this, AD, 7.9 rebounds, 3.1 assists, 1.6 and 1.6 blocks and 1.3 steals. Those were Anthony Davis's numbers. Now, to get to the point of where J.J. Redick was arguing with him about Luka, the guy he was saying that, are you actually being serious? And you're saying that he's better than Luka Doncic. Let me give you guys Luka Doncic's numbers. Okay, let me give you guys his numbers over the last season. Let me just give you last season, for example. Last year, Luka Doncic averaged 28.4 points per game. He shot 45.7% from the field. He shot 35.3% from the three. He shot 74.4% from the free throw line. He got you 9.1 rebounds, 8.7 assists. He did average 4.5 turnovers, but he got you 1.2 steals and 0.6 blocks. Just for me reading those 2 different player cards, who has the better stats? Who has the better stats? And we're going to get into a little bit later as to actually what both players were able to accomplish. So let's get down to the nitty-gritty here. Here are the top players in the NBA right now that Anthony Davis is not better than. Let me just name the top players in the NBA right now. You have LeBron. I'm going to throw him in there for respect's sake. You have Kawhi Leonard. You have Stephen Curry. You have Nikola Jokic. You have Luka Doncic. You have Giannis Antetokounmpo. You have Joel Embiid. I'm already at 7. You have Kevin Durant. I'm already at 9. Then, of course, you have Paul George, Damian Lillard, Devin Booker, and, of course, you have Ja Morant. I'm going to leave Ja Morant out of the argument for now because he's a new guy, right? Now, let me name the players that are better than Anthony Davis, and it's not even close. He is not better than LeBron. That's number 1. So his teammate is already better than him. That's number 1. He's not better than Kawhi. You would have to be on something hot to even say that. Definitely not better than Stephen Curry. Definitely not better than the Joker. When Stephen A. Smith said that, you knew that this guy was just up there talking, just talking. If you think, okay, Steve, let me explain to you what Stephen A. Smith essentially is saying. Stephen A. Smith is essentially saying that Anthony Davis, when healthy, is better than the league MVP. Anthony Davis, when healthy, is better than the league, than the MVP of the league. That's what Stephen A. Smith just said. That's what he said. Just to let y'all know the argument this guy's making. He's saying that, in fact, he's better than Nikola Jokic and Joel Embiid, because Joel Embiid was the second place runner-up for league MVP. He's saying that AD, when healthy, is better than those two do. You tell me where he got it from and how long he was smoking it. What did he say? You need to stay off the weed. He needs to stay off of it. Are you serious? I just named him. He is not better than Luka Doncic. He is absolutely not better than Giannis Antetokounmpo. He is not better than Joel Embiid. And he's not better than Kevin Durant. Those are 8 players right there that he's not better than. And for him to say that he is better than Luka is a total joke to me. Luka has way more impact on winning than AD. Luka Doncic's team just finished going to the Western Conference Finals. When, as the man, by the way, when did AD's team ever go to the conference finals as the man? When did that ever happen? When did he do that? He's never done that. And he has way more experience than Luka. For you to say that, it's just totally ridiculous. Luka is the number 1 option. AD is the number 2 option. Period. End of story. And in addition to the players that I mentioned before, there's some other players that I would pick ahead of Anthony Davis, even if he was healthy. You know who I would pick? I would definitely take Paul George over him, because look what Paul George did in the playoffs last year when Kawhi Leonard down. I can bet you $100 right now that AD would not be able to do that. I will take Paul George, and I will definitely take Damian Lillard ahead of him. You give me Paul George, or you give me Damian Lillard, you can keep AD. Those are 2 other additional players that I would take over him. So to me, I think the entire thing is laughable. I think JJ Redick won that argument by a landslide, by a total landslide. And whenever Stephen A. Smith kept on bringing up the point, when healthy, bro, when he was healthy in those 40 games that he played, since he doesn't play hurt, the stats are right there for you. And for him to say that he would take AD over Nikola, I'm done.